Well, Molly chronicled it. Great atmosphere here. Interesting to me, Todd, that Shane Beamer, who had the choice, selected to put his offense on the field first against this Georgia D that hasn't given up a touchdown.
Well, Spencer Rattler told us yesterday they want to attack this defense. Good luck.
Jack Podlesny kicks off. It'll be a touchback. Bennett out of the gun. Kenny McIntosh, the running back. He's been an excellent receiver. Out wide, it's Ladd McConkey trying to get to the first down marker. He did not. Stopped by Marcellus Dial, the cornerback.
In that regard, but their offensive line very good.
There's a little flip forward to Brock Bowers, the outstanding tight end. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Nice call by Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, and another first down.
They will rely on the run more today than they have the first two games, but they're going to set it up with perimeter passing.
Kendall Milton is the running back now. He's a second teamer. Wide open, Ladd McConkey. All kinds of running room, and he's out of bounds inside the 20. And Todd, this start is reminiscent of 2 weeks ago against Oregon when they just threw the ball on the perimeter to receivers who are wide open. They have quieted this raucous crowd very quickly. The reverse. Brock Bowers turns the corner and scores. Another great call by Todd Monken and beautifully executed by the Dogs. A 5-yard touchdown run for the sophomore Brock Bowers.
Well, off his rhythm, throwing the football down the field.
Juju McDowell, the running back now. They fake a draw to him. They're trying to throw a wheel route, and it's picked off along the far sideline. The freshman Starks, who had one in the opener against Oregon, he has done it again. And Todd, reminiscent of 2 weeks ago against Oregon when you said Bo Nix can't make the big mistake and force it. You said the same thing in the opening today about Rattler, and he just did it. Field on their first drive. And they're at the South Carolina 43 to start this one. Kenny McIntosh down to the 28.
Poor decision by Spencer Rattler.
Returned at 42 yards, did Starks. Here's Bennett on the run. Out of bounds. Mark it at the 21-yard line. Bennett pulls it down and takes off. Stetson Bennett inside the 5, lunging for the pylon. No signal yet. Now there is. Touchdown, Georgia. Maybe they're just trying to figure out where the ball should go.
After
perhaps
review,
at the 1, even though
the runner
push
stepped
at the
out
2.
of bounds with the ball just past the 2-yard line. It'll be first down for Georgia.
Jason Autry is the referee. He looks familiar to our group. He worked the game we did last week, Pittsburgh hosting Tennessee. The interception really hurt on their last possession. Kendall Milton, the running back, lowers his head, and that's a touchdown. Georgia, 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns.
Great job by Warren McClendon, the right tackle, and big Darnell Washington.
Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh boy, he should have gotten the football in there. That was looked like a zone read. Spencer Rattler decided to pull it, but it looked like it was a big hole. Take a look at this now. He's going to cut in here. Rattler's going to read the end of the line and keep the football. But watch what happens if Marshawn Lloyd has the football. He's running upfield with his shoulders square.
Third down is 25%. Rattler in trouble. And he was hit as he threw it. Falls incomplete, intended for Marshawn Lloyd. It was Michael Williams, another true freshman, Down territory. They also have a kicker, Mitch Jeter, with a big leg.
Not going to win with field goals.
No. And nothing there for Christian Beal-Smith. Smile Munden, another new starter, sophomore from Dallas, who's off to a nice start this season. Kirby Smart singled him out for good play through the first 2 games when we met yesterday.
Bit to get the ball downfield past the sticks.
Marshawn Lloyd lines up with the running back. With 3 receivers to the right. That's the reason why they're not playing. There are some students in the end zone.
Raheem Bell is in the slot nearest to the line of scrimmage. Shane Beamer is upset because now you've given Georgia a long time to see your formation.
Yeah.
As they're trying to get these kids off the field.
That's bad.
Georgia's kind of got a bead right now on what the formation looks like.
They said we have to steal possessions. You have to have an edge on special teams. They just did with the fake punt. Shane Beamer really irate. I mean, this is South Carolina's fault. This is their home game, and apparently these folks were on the field for some sort of ceremony between quarters. They don't seem to be in any big hurry to get off the field.
The other thing that could happen here, I'm not saying it will, but you know, they could try a quick kick here and really try to pin Georgia back, but it looks like they're going to go for it.
And pressure brought by Georgia. Rattler has his man, but short of the first down. Jalen Brooks ridden across the far sideline, well short. Keely Ringo made the tackle. Is evidence the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Bennett over the middle, caught and powering for extra yardage. Darnell Washington, the huge tight end. Frank Beamer still lives in Blacksburg, makes the 5-hour drive down here with Cheryl for the home games. What a wonderful man.
Yeah.
As great a coach as he was, an even nicer person. Charlotte only about an hour-and-a-half drive from Columbia. Here's a flea flicker. McIntosh flipped it back to Bennett. McConkey in double coverage, and they throw flags. Nick Emanwari, the true freshman, had primary coverage. They had 2 men there. They didn't really need to interfere, it seemed. Emanwari knocked it down.
The ball was thrown so high, Emanwari, he thought he was beat. But the ball hung up in the air, and he never saw the ball. And the contact drew the interference flag. You're right, he didn't need to because the ball was hanging in the air. If he just turns his head, he's 6'4". He's going to make a play on that football over McConkey.
2 for 2 already on 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. They are in field goal range. Podlesny has a big leg. Be about a 50-yarder from here. Very little breeze at the moment. Betts in the short set. Stetson Bennett the short set, and he finds McConkey.
It's perfect timing. I mean,
we can shorten that, by the way, to Benson if we wanted.
On cue in between 2 defenders.
And they snap it quickly. That's thrown into traffic. There are 2 flags down. The catch made by Marcus Rosemy-Jackson. One of the great names in college football. Good for a first down at the 7.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12 players on the field at the snap. The penalty is declined. Result to play is a first down.
7, 250-pound target in the red zone.
They go to the other tight end. Brock Bowers.
Wow.
Touchdown. With fortune there. But Bowers is just too good. And Stetson Bennett shaken up while throwing the 6-yard touchdown pass to Bowers, who has run for one and now caught one.
Now another perfect throw, kind of back shoulder, and you see the athleticism of Bowers. First of all, secure the catch, no bobble, all the way to the ground.
96 for Georgia's reporting is 44.
And had the 1 foot down. I mean, he's not your typical tight end. He's just a big receiver. He has elite receiving skills and a bigger body.
Actually got sick after that scoring play and came over to the sideline and yelled in frustration with his head down He's been taking oxygen all game from their very first drive, and athletic training staff was pouring water and cool towels on his neck, but I'm told he's fine and will return in this game, Sean.
As fine as someone who threw up all over the field can be. He must have been sick coming here. I mean, it's not, as we said at the outset, a really hot day. It's 84 degrees right now, moderate humidity. There's first down for the Gamecocks, and it's Josh Van. 3 plays. 5-man rush. And a good tackle as Xavier Leggett is pulled down immediately by Tresman Marshall. Acting like it might bring pressure. And they don't, and they stuff the run. Marshawn Lloyd driven all the way back inside the 30-yard line. Ingram Dawkins there again. Redshirt freshman from here in South Carolina from Gaffney. Championship winning team, the record. 8 on defense, 5 of those in the first round. And here they are, dominating the competition through the first 3 games. Brock Bowers, the catch and run, and a first down to the 29-yard line.
Again, you see his ability after the catch. I mean,
Georgia in no hurry. They have plenty of time to go down the field with all 3 timeouts. Bennett on target, first down. Nice catch by Dominic Blaylock, his 2nd of the year. After the fake toss, Bennett got it off to Bowers for a first down.
what a play by Stetson Bennett. I mean, he sells the fake, so he's late getting his head and eyes around after the bootleg fake. Watch how long it takes him. Sells the fake. Now, when he gets it, there's somebody right there, and he has to instinctively get rid of the ball, and he throws it to the right guy. Brock Bowers, excellent hands, reaches back behind him with one hand and makes his quarterback look good.
14-yard gain. Bennett did take a hit from Tonka Hemingway, ordinarily a backup. Will play more today without Alex Huntley up front. Okay, Todd Monken really deep into the bag of tricks. Lad McConkey ducks under a tackle and has a first down at the 25-yard line.
It looked at first like McConkey wanted to throw that football as he got it on the reverse. Here he is right here. He's going to just come around, get the reverse. Now watch, it looks like he wants to throw it. Didn't see anything he liked out there and made the right decision to run the football. His backup David Spalding also out. So DQ Smith, the starter today, he was a quarterback in high school, very talented athlete. Good position on that coverage.
Jack Podlesny, excellent kicker from 42 yards. And it is good. He's 5 out of 6 this season, and his only miss was a 54-yarder.
Georgia players struggled with heat in the first half. Quarterback Stetson Bennett threw up and needed oxygen all game, and he went into the locker room early, and Georgia players coming out of the locker room looking a little bit refreshed as head coach Kirby Smart brought in extra air conditioning units that are so big they required their own generator. And South Carolina's staff said that the AC is working in this building just fine, but not enough for Smart, who's been wary all week about the heat on this field.
BYOAC if you're the Georgia Bulldogs. And
I'm not a meteorologist, but I mean, is it
not
potentially that much hotter in Columbia, South Carolina than happens in Georgia?
Mid-80s, moderate humidity. Could be a lot worse in mid-September here.
Number 36 is in there at one of the safety spots, so a depleted defense loses another right now, and right to the work is Stetson Bennett.
Brock Bowers after the play fake, showing his great athleticism. He's going to take it all the way for his 3rd touchdown of the game. 78 yards.
Todd Monken said, no mercy. New guy in, we're going after him.
And Marshawn Lloyd blasted by Nolan Smith. That replay reminded me of one of my favorite, maybe my favorite college football announcing duo of all time.
Keeps it off for a short game. Very comfortable.
Dejon Edwards breaks free from a poor tackle and finally gets swung down by the true freshman Eamon Wari, but it's a first down for Georgia out at the 47-yard line, a gain of 17. Not, you went 11-1 last season. The only loss was to Alabama in the SEC title game. There's another man running wide open. Kendall Milton tripped up, or that might have been a touchdown. It's Kawan Banks, another freshman, true freshman, into the secondary for Carolina. They have even more injuries out there today. With an MVP performance in the title game, national championship game against the Tide. Now he shows his running skills and weaves into the end zone. Not sure I'd want the quarterback running with a 31-0 lead, but it all works. This is an 11-yard touchdown run. I was going to finish by saying they went 8-0 in the SEC with Bennett last year. The early part of this college football day.
You know, Cincinnati, Miami of Ohio. I mean, you would think Cincinnati the upper hand, but that's a heck of a rivalry game.
Rattler in double coverage. Somebody has the ball. Georgia has it. Dan Jackson with the interception. It was intended for Jaheim Bell.
Well, this is a play where you're giving one of your best players a chance to make a play on the football, Jaheim Bell. Yeah, and he played most of the second half last week also, so he's getting some good reps, live reps. They're going to let him throw. He's a great throw.
He's going to take no time to get loose, and they throw a flag for pass interference. Dylan Bell with fellow true freshman Kawan Banks in coverage.
See the backhand on the jersey. That's why it was called from the side.
Defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, includes an automatic first down.
Stetson Bennett, 3 years in the offense.
Branson Robinson, another true freshman. Branson Robinson dragged out of bounds near the first down marker. True freshman from Canton, Mississippi.
And they have recruited at the top of the heap here for the last 4 or 5 years.
Play action pass by Beck, has a man wide open, and it's a touchdown. Oscar Delp, true freshman with his first catch. One of the top high school recruits in the country out of Cumming, Georgia.
96 for Georgia's reporting is player 44.
And he'll always remember his first reception. It wound up in the end zone, a 28-yard score.
Just a little bit of hesitancy by the linebacker, Donovan Westmoreland, was all that Delp needed.
And now what a coach. He remains very close to his coach, Jim Donnan, who still lives in Athens. Comes to a lot of practices. Christian Beal Smith stacked up.
Through the U.
Branson Robinson. Stopped and taken back by Nick Eamon-Wari. Annihilated here by Georgia. It might be the most lopsided final score in series history if it stays this way. Carson Beck showing he can run as well. And he gallops out near the 40-yard line. O'Donnell Fortune made the tackle. A notable loss there in 2019. A big upset in Athens. They continue to go deep into the playbook. And that's the Nylon Morissette. Another true freshman. He's from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Branson Robinson remains the running back. Shifts onto the right hip. Robinson, 5'10", 220. He played in the Under Armour All-American game.
On the football, and they know how to get it to their best players.
Carson Beck dumps it down, wide open. Cole Spear. Want to guess what class he's in? He's a true freshman from Calhoun, Georgia. Lesney might be leg weary, so they're going to give Jared Zirkle, the backup kicker, a shot at it. Redshirt sophomore, Kerrville, Texas. 21-yard try. And is there anything that doesn't work for the Georgia Bulldogs these days? 48-0. Just under 9 minutes to go here at rapidly emptying Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thinking 13 points a game is our mark.
That's Glenn Schumann there, 32 years old, Alabama grad. Both his parents were coaches. His dad was a football coach when he was growing up. Doty fires over the middle, and it's intercepted. Tresman Marshall, after Ryan Davis put the heat on Luke Doty. So they still have not given up a touchdown this season. Pressure right up the middle by Davis. And a great catch by the junior from Homerville, Georgia.
0 and 15.
It's amazing, too, with as many men as they play and how many they run on and off, how they manage it without substitution infractions. Doty given a clean pocket, has a man open, and it is caught in the corner of the end zone. Trayvon Kenyon with the first touchdown scored against Georgia this season. It comes with 53 seconds left in their third game of the year.
David Daniel Sissevan is the one that got caught up in the coverage on that one. He got mixed up, and we've not seen any receivers for South Carolina running wide open until that play.
And how about that number for Stetson Bennett, the first FBS player to open the season with 3 games in a row with at least 250 passing yards and a rushing touchdown. He is vaulting up the Heisman Trophy conversation. Veteran leader of this team. He'll be 25 next month. Kirby Smart, Shane Beamer. Shane spent 2 years in Athens on Kirby's staff. Another very impressive performance just about all the way around. Let's see if we can find some positives, Molly.
Coach, dominant in your first SEC road test. What impressed you most today?
Well, I thought the way we came out meant a lot to the players. Great atmosphere. We talked about all week playing the guys within the lines, not the guys outside the lines. I thought we started fast.
Your backups were in, but your defense finally gave up a touchdown. How much did that upset your starters?
Well, I think they want those guys to learn, and we're big on playing guys. We were playing some guys as early as the second series of the second half that can get experience for us. It's unfortunate, but the ones know they didn't get scored on, so the big deal for them is to keep trying to fight to do that.
Your players have said the expectation is to give up 0 points. What does that say about the standard here at Georgia?
That standard was created by a group last year, the group a couple years ago. When you have a great standard, guys want to play to it, and you have an expectation. Our guys work really hard during the week. I'm really proud of how they prepare offense, defense, and special teams.
You said this team hasn't been tested yet coming into today. How do you continue to improve despite being faced with a lot of adversity so far?
You practice really, really hard, and you find out who's willing to do that, and you don't listen to what other people say about you.